time for our Seen and Unseen segment, where we reveal the stories behind the headlines. And for that, we turn to Fox News contributor Raymond Arroyo. All right, Ray, I know Caviezel was on the show with you last week when you were subbing in. And so now his Sound of Freedom movie has made a huge splash at the box office. I'm stoked about this. $41 million. Awesome.
Yeah, but now that it's hit a nerve with the audience, Laura, Rolling Stone is deriding the film as a QAnon-tinged thriller about child trafficking, and The Guardian says it's the QAnon-adjacent thriller seducing America. And CNN goes so far to claim that Sound of Freedom was this.
Created out of fear, and with something like Sound of Freedom, it specifically is looking at QAnon concepts of these child trafficking rings that are run by the high-level elites. So there's a very participatory element.
Now, curiously, Laura, we dug through the CNN archives, and apparently they engaged in their own QAnon concepts of child trafficking when reporting these stories.
Kelly was found guilty of racketeering, including acts of bribery and sexual exploitation of a child, and separate charges as well of sex trafficking.
How did Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell do this? How did they run a massive interstate and international child sex trafficking ring? And, importantly, who was involved?
So, Laura, hold on. Are they saying that there is no child sex trafficking and that it's not occurring across the border? I'm not following this, because every time you go to the airport, there are all these, signs warning you if you see someone who looks like in distress, don't be afraid to speak up. I mean, so they think that's all false?
I guess it's only QAnon when they don't report it. Otherwise, it's a QAnon conspiracy. Look, this movie has struck a nerve with audiences, Laura. It's a beautiful movie. It's got a faith element in it. Caviezel resonates with the audience. Because of all of that, you see this resistance, but it's political resistance. The truth is, the movie was shot and written 5 years ago, long before anybody ever heard of QAnon or these conspiracy theories. So I don't know quite why all of these media operations are, pushing against this movie, but it's going to fail. They've already won at the box office. Yeah. Meanwhile, an international release of a different sort rolled out today in Europe. Joe Biden met with King Charles today. They reviewed the King's Guard together, but from the looks of things, Biden must have thought he stumbled into FAO Schwartz. The costumes are the same. At one point, he talked to the guard, and the king had to physically pry him away. Look at this, Laura. King Charles. Biden is the only
Move over here, Joe.
The only president I've ever seen that can turn the king into a traffic cop. But there you have it.
Oh my gosh! Well, when you don't have the Easter Bunny to pull you away from the rope line, you got to get the king to do it.
Arroyo will do.
Yeah, well, but I assume his visit with the Prime Minister went a little bit better.
Well, I'm going to let you be the judge. As he left 10 Downing Street, Biden seemed to have spotted a spy balloon. Watch this. Laura, every moment is more confused than the last. And when he finally arrived in Lithuania for the NATO summit, the staff mustn't have been able to paste those little blue dots on the tarmac. Biden had no idea where he was going. Look at this. He's pointing. He's confused. He's here. He's there.
Yeah. Where's Jill? Yeah.
Good Lord. I tell you, how is he going to lead foreign policy? He can't lead himself to a receiving line. It's remarkable.
You don't actually think he's actually directing our foreign policy, too? Come on. Now, let's get into this Axios report that claims that Biden is prone to yelling and cursing out staffers. He's a tough guy.
Laura, Axios tries to paint this as a sign that Biden is engaged. But the truth is, explosive anger is a symptom of mental decline, and he's been cursing for years.
Everybody looked at this. Everybody's looked at it. Nothing. Ask the right questions.
Were you sitting there? Were you involved? Were you involved?
I don't know.
Were you?
No. No, I didn't say that. Look, go back and read what I said. What a stupid son of a...
Now, Laura, that was our little parody.
You were bleeping him for no reason. That's
actual. Some of that is truthful. But look, you know what's happening? The filter is falling away from Joe Biden. As his mind collapses, you see him letting things out and saying things in public or doing things we never imagined we see. it's frightening and sad.
I think they like a weak president because it gives all the people behind the scenes all the power. It's like having a substitute teacher who doesn't really teach. She just sits there and reads a magazine. You're like, yeah, got it. This is fun.
Rubber stamp. Call your office.
Exactly.
Finally, Laura, for those seeking, and there are many Democrats doing so, to push Biden aside and put someone else in there, I would issue a word of caution. This is his understudy at the Essence Festival. Listen.
Culture is a reflection of our moment and our time. We should always find times to express how we feel about the moment that is a reflection of joy, because it comes in the morning. We have to find ways to also express the way we feel about the moment.
Laura, many Democrats feel disquieted and annoyed that they have a decrepit president and a vice president lost in the multiverse of her verse at all times. I've never seen anything like it.
We have the same blazer on. All right, Raymond, thank you.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.